All right. Hello. Notice not only a different setting, but different view. I couldn't sleep. I woke up at literally 222, took a screenshot of it on my other phone because I literally woke up out of my sleep. And immediately, because I was listening to I have a bedtime playlist, full of subliminals, frequencies, affirmations, calming music, just things of that sort. Just listen to it in the speaker. And I do it every now and again. I try to do it more consistently, but, you know, and so I took a picture. Let's turn up the brightness of 222 on my phone, and it said, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. This is the screenshot. I'm so sorry, it's black. That's where it's all from, but little 222. And it I just couldn't sleep. When I was like, okay, I can't sleep. Let me go ahead and do some stuff. Like, let me go ahead and listen to some different readings, maybe that I might be go to sleep, because sometimes that helps. And or let me just kind of toss in bed, because sometimes being a tarot reader, the channels just come in. They just come in. They just come in, and sometimes I just want to sleep, but spirit won't let you sleep. And I'm sorry, I keep moving it. I am on my bed right now. To toss in a shirt and everything, and I feel like that's the message: is when you are preparing yourself, you have to be ready. It's like ain't no need in having to get ready if you are ready. And even today, when I was just kind of chilling, watching TV on my phone, my TV, I mean YouTube on my phone, and I was watching fan of one of his old videos when he would play GTA, and somebody was like, "You should just make a whole lot of guns, so that way you ain't gotta get war ready. You already ready for war." And he's like, "But there is no war. I don't need to get ready. There's nothing to worry about right now." And I'm like, "That's the point." That's the point. And it is stuck out to me because 222 is about intentionally thinking and placing your actions behind that intentional thinking, having that faith, having that hope that the steps that you're using to move forward are putting you where you need to be, you know? And the fact that I woke up at 222, which is hilarious because my schedule, especially working for myself, I can go to bed around that time, wake up around that time. And sometimes, like I said, it's like this fight over spirit. I just want some sleep. If it ain't y'all, Ruhi waking me up, it's y'all waking me up. And it is just recognizing that there's always a message, there's always a confirmation, there's always a truth, there's always awakening, there's always a revelation. And even with the reading I was just watching, where it's like, we don't know everything. And I love to say, I don't know everything. I love not knowing anything. Not knowing everything, excuse me, because if I operate out of a sense that I do know what the hell I'm talking about, and I actually don't, I'm missing out on information, right? Or it's like, yeah, 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 I knew that, but then you don't actually take the time to actually learn. You know what I mean? There's always something to learn. Isn't there like a Dr. Seuss quote, the more you know, the more you don't know, or something? And it's bringing me back to elementary, where they used to have little Dr. Seuss quotes on the paper towel thing. And it's like, the more the places you go, the more the less that you see, or something. I don't know if that was Dr. Seuss or not, but they put Dr. Seuss under it. I don't know why my elementary school liked Dr. Seuss so much, but I also feel like that is a sign as well. It's just, if anybody knows the story of Dr. Seuss, and when I found it out, I found out it was so cool. He started making those books off of a bet. Literally, somebody bet him that he couldn't be as successful of a writer writing children's books as he was in his other writing, and he became more successful. He was like, "Of course I can." And I feel like that's the instance for you guys of of course I can. Of course I can. It's like the energy of that 222 energy of preparing yourself, of course I can. That's absolutely available to me, and I feel like it's going to wake you up out of your sleep. It's going to wake you up out of your slumber. I remember back in like 2016, 2015, when woke started actually becoming a thing for the reasons that it was supposed to become a thing before it got colonized. Of people not no longer walking around with their eyes wide shut, you know? And it's giving that energy of I'm truly preparing myself every time I can't sleep and I'm drawn to do this. Every time I'm compelled to write an extra page in my book. Bless me. Which makes sense because we were talking about Dr. Seuss. So if you are writing a book, if you are telling a story, it is very necessary to unblock that throat chakra. It is so many things that you are doing in your life where it feels like, why this is so out of the norm. This is not on my schedule. This is what is happening. And it's because when we are truly working with the divine, working with the karmic path, working with the divine, working with the universe, working with God, we have to realize that we are working with them. And sometimes when they are up, we are not. And they're moving on the back end, but sometimes they need us to be up together. And I love that the reader that I watch, I love them so much. Shouts out to them, the teacher. Watch them too. They are really amazing. And I love that it was like they spirit guys are not moving your timing. Sometimes they got other stuff to do. And that is very true. That you have to recognize that sometimes your angels are a little busy. Sometimes your spirit team is a little bit busy and that energy is still within you. All right. And even when I woke up, I was like, okay, let me see what's going on. After I got the message, I said, hold on, spirit, you being real funny right now with the 222. I went to my Moonly app. Right. I love the Moonly app as well. It's more on the Vedic astrology side of things of that sort, but it's still amazing. It has like meditations on there. It has affirmations on there. It lets you know, what this moon means, how it portrays into your life, and things of that sort. But I opened my Moonly app because it's just out of habit. Is to open it and read the affirmation, and one of the affirmations was, "I am the light. I am the light. I am the light," and just feeling that and understanding that and recognizing I am the light. I am the glow that I'm illuminating in myself. I'm also the beacon of light that is calling in my angels, that is calling in my ancestors, that is calling in the divine. They're coming because of me, because of my words, because of my prayers, because of my work within the world, within and out of the system. It's me. They're working with me. You know, I'm not just a regular, but I have divine extraterrestrial beings, if you want to put it that way, working with me. There has to be something about me that is powerful, that is amazing, that is worthy of blessings, that is worthy of miracles, that is worthy of love, that is worthy of change. And like I said, it's going to wake you up out of your sleep to the point you're like, okay, maybe if I do this, maybe if I do this, maybe I set this up, maybe if I, you know, because it's trying to give you so much information, so many downloads, so many clarities and understandings. I'm thinking about my game, both of my games, honestly, that I play. One is The Last Thing on Earth, and when it's nighttime and she's in her house, in order to obviously see at night, they have like an aura, a light aura around her. And I fucking love that because it's like, that's so fucking crazy. Like, that is wild. And currently in my other game, I forgot what it's called. It's so hilarious. You play a game so much. Okay. And I'm currently building a lighthouse right now. And then learning about the story of the lighthouse because it was supposed to be haunted, but it wasn't really haunted. It just had a bird in there and all that other stuff, but it was about a love story and how the keeper really kept his life and all these things. And they're like restoring the lighthouse. And I feel like that's currently what's happening with you is your lighthouse is being restored. Your light is being changed. You're getting new light fixtures. You're getting new structures. I love this. We got gratitude with the candle. You're getting new structures. You are literally becoming your own light, your own flame. You're recognizing that spark, that passion. And even in the reading I was just watching, she said sometimes people feel like the passion is really the fire, the burn is the passion. And sometimes we just getting burnt up, you know? So it's taking that in, and I feel like you are becoming that light again. You are seeing that you have always been that light, even if it was flickering. Sometimes when you light a candle and you don't put the candle out properly, the actual wick curves into the candle, right? And so when it's lit, it doesn't light upwards, it lights down. So the flame is not as lit as it could be, it's not melting as much as it should be, all these things, but the flame is still lit, right? And it's so crazy because that's what lit me up into my candle. That's where I got the vision from, because I was like, damn, what the hell? Like, and it's because typically I don't like to blow out my candles. I recommend do not blow out your candles, whether it's spiritual or not. Don't blow out the candles. Put something on top of it. Snuff out the flame. Plus, it helps you not have that goddamn burnt candle smell. But I blew it out one night when I was just really tired after studying, after outside, like everything. I was just like, and I blew it out. And then when I go to light it the next day to prepare for sleep, it's very dim, and I had to leave it on for a lot longer so that way that flame, that wick can stand back upright. It can burn through that curve downward. And I feel like that's currently what's happening with you, is you are burning through things that no longer work for you. Those thoughts with that 222, the intentions, the two of partnerships, relationships, Venus energy, Taurus, grounded stability energy, all those things. You are recognizing that and being able to take that in and say, what am I doing? Do I know what I'm doing? Am I afraid? Am I willing to trust when I don't know, to get the answers? Am I okay with being patient? All these things, and that comes with the gratitude. That comes with this flame, that comes with the reawakening of a spark. That's too much. Of a light. Yes, power. You are stepping into your power. You're calling back your power. You're calling back your energy. Like I said, it's like you're reawakening something. You are reimagining life. In Lord of the Rings, I haven't watched it in years. My aunt used to have them on VHS tape. That's like when it first came out. So I haven't watched it in years, but I remember, like, if you held onto the ring too long, and only a certain person can have the ring, but if you held onto the ring too long, it turns you into something else. It turns you into something that was not you. And this kind of reminds me of the beacon of light, a little bit the eye, a little bit of where they had to throw the ring into. Right? This inscription of like, this is, and it was people that weren't suspected. It was the hobbits. It were like the odd ones that were like, you got Legolas over here, like in Wilderstor, like nobody's building this. You got him over, like, there are so many people that were deemed as, why can't they take on the task? Shouldn't they be the one? What is going on? I'm even thinking about the show Magicians, if you've seen it. Really good. But when he thought he was going to be the one, because he was always the odd one out, and he didn't think, he had the magic, Quinn did or whatever. But it turns out he wasn't even the king. He was like, I'm the one that read the books. I'm the one that knows this. It should be me. And that's how he felt like, why isn't it me? But then when they found out who the real king is, they was like, him? He's in charge of all this? Like that is crazy. And he's like, me. And not the loser over here. That's what he called him. Okay, my words is. The person that read all the books over and over and over again. The person, and It's in this thought of, again, I feel like that is what Spirit is saying. You feel like, why me? Like, it's like in a sense of, aren't there people a little bit more qualified? Aren't there people that possibly know that there isn't anybody that's better for the job, for the love, for the recipients of blessings, of prosperity than you? Only you can carry that ring, right? Only you can lead this kingdom. Only you can get these messages, get this information, and say it and articulate it or craft it in a way that you do. And they want you to be grateful for the power that you have inside of yourself, because it is very, very fucking strong. But you woke me up out my sleep. And sometimes I do wake up out my sleep and I just go ahead and I do the readings and messages for myself or things of that sort. And not even for myself, but just do some studying even. But yeah, sometimes for myself. I mean, not. Sometimes for myself, or just do that, or I just, stay with just listening to the music, calming my energy, getting messages for the next, whatever it is. But as y'all seen, when Spirit wants me to get up in the middle of the night, I'll get up in the middle of the night. Because they were like, no, this ain't what we doing this time. And I feel like you're also more in your listening era. I know it's saying era is a thing now, even though that's not the actual term or definition, but that's what I mean. You're in your listening era. You're in your I'm betting on myself era. I can do that. Like the Dr. Seuss energy, people may think, even you may even have a thought, a thunk of, why me? What makes me? How did this happen? But it's like that. I can do that, and you become a lot more expensive than you thought that you ever could. Right? And I'm hearing it's something that you have been denying. That's not for me. No. That's not the way I'm going to do it. No. And Spirit keeps bringing you right back around. Right? And just for an example, me and cooking, I love to cook. Okay, sometimes I'm tired. Everybody gets tired every now and again, and they don't want to do what they love. That's okay. Okay, tiredness is a symptom of the body living. It's a symptom of the body living. But I love cooking, and all my friends are always like, post this channel, put in cooking, give me your recipes, make a book, And at one point, I was like, okay, I'll make a recipe book, and I started it, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I almost thought about starting a channel, and I was like, I don't want to do that either. But Spirit gave me an idea, because I love cooking for people, because I know how healing and comforting food is, how exciting food is, how fucking delicious food is. Okay, I love it. I can talk about food of any kind in particular way, and I love it, right? And so me and Spirit work together, because even in like my human design, I got kitchen energy or whatever it's called. I will pull it up, but I think we'll fuck up the actual thing on here. My human design is on this phone, not on that phone, which is funny because I should do it on both. But anyway, it's like I work well in the kitchen, like the best way in the kitchen. And it's so funny because each time I move into a place by myself, when I move in with other people, there's a microwave. Stay with me here because it's a microwave. And if you know, microwaves are, yes, for reheating foods, but they also for some quick little meals. I'm just go ahead and pop that in the microwave. I ain't got time. But anytime I move out on my own, there is no microwave. I'm thinking about even my first place that I had in Minnesota by myself didn't have a microwave. But when I had roommates, I did. And it's because this slow preparation of cooking, me actually intentionally taking the time to cultivate new recipes and things, I love doing it. I love experimenting in the kitchen. I love being in the kitchen. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel great, right? And when I'm in my studio, no microwave. And I had a gas stove. And I loved it. Did some many new recipes. This new place, no microwave, right? Place in Texas, no microwave. And it's because they don't want me to have, not like they don't want me to have, because I can go buy a microwave if I want a microwave, but sticking with the message, thank you, Spirit. It's like a microwave idea, a microwave chance. Like, you want some microwave shit, like it won't. Think about Hot Pockets, how it's sometimes cold in the center. Or you spinning your food and it's making a whole lot of noise when it's not even cooking. Even a new microwave is like, oh shit, the food is like too hot. I gotta wait, and then by the time it's cooled down, like I can't even eat it, and I gotta reheat it up again. It's all these things where you can't have full control of how the food is being cooked, how the food is being warmed up, how the food is being mixed together, right? And that is where power comes in, the cultivation of that power, the creation of that power, the taking it in and recognizing, yes, they could have possibly gave it to somebody else, the ring to somebody else, and got it on a horseback. But no, they have to take a long way, not just even up the fucking mountain, through the valleys, through the talking, fighting trees. Like, it was just so, and they in battle, and they like, I ain't got shit to do. I don't know how to do battle. This is not my thing. So it is, again, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for being prompted and into a place where it's not just microwaved. Baby, this is slow cooked like stew. This is soul food where it takes time. This is, I only know South Indian food. Well, not only know, but that's my favorite Indian food, the South Indian food. So I was like, yeah, that's my favorite food. From India, they got some of them. For me, I've had other reasons of India, but they did the best. I can get into food for not nobody's business, but those layering of those flavors and being able to truly captivate and take that in. Even when you make a candle, you have to make sure that the wick is able to stand up. You're pouring it in, making sure that it's not too hot, not too. It's this perfect elemental balance that you are truly stepping into and reaching. And it's not just some sort of quick climax and it's over and let me eat it quick. No, it's like I took time chopping up these vegetables. I took time picking out my seasonings. I took time, washing this and setting it up. And I'm cooking it and this and that. Like, yes, like that is where I'm truly actively going for. We got friendship. Like I said, you guys are in a relationship with your divine. Sometimes they're around, sometimes they're not. Like real friends, like we're relationships. Because they're doing other stuff, you're doing other stuff. Like I said, sometimes when they tugging on me, I don't listen. I'm just like, not right. I ain't got the capacity, right? Whatever it is, but that is okay because that is how your relationship works. It's okay to take those breaks and moments where it's just like, no. Sometimes you be in there, and sometimes the way that you bothering them, like, hey, I know we're not on a time crunch, but reality is setting in. And that's funny because we got guides. Like I said, you guys have this great, powerful connection with your spirit guides. And your emotion. It's funny, I'm posting this at 4 a.m. Recording this at 4 a.m. And it probably won't be posting until the a.m. And I love that because it's going to, like I said, wake you up upon rising. Some of you probably awake if you're in the East Coast, but it's going to wake you up. It's going to, I remember I had a dream where there was a candle and I had put my finger on it in the dream and it literally burnt my finger when I woke up, that I had a little singe. And I took a picture and, I was telling Instagram when I was recording my readings on Instagram, I'm like, look at this, like in my dream. And I feel like it is because your dreams are seeping out. Like I said with the food, is like they don't want me to just do these quick fix recipes. These quick fix, I'm hearing get rich quick schemes. Like, let me just go ahead and do this and pop it in there and hope that it heats in the middle even if I stir it around. No, this is still cooking over the stove. Let me go ahead and check on that. Stir it again. Add a little bit more salt, some pepper. Actually, I think I'm going to chop up some minced garlic. You know, take those time, saute that in some oil, pour it over some butter, get it, whatever it is. Like, I'm going to be intentional with my power. Because even if I'm not expecting myself, like the magician where he was like, I'm running this entire realm. It's because something inside of you, and he led that bitch as best as he could, but he led that bitch. He meant that mother. He took charge. He took that responsibility on the head with no problem. I also think he was kind of stuck there. He couldn't leave, if I'm remembering correctly. I gotta watch it again. It's on Tubi if you want to watch it, so it's free if you want to watch it. But we have nature spirits. You are very in tune and inclined to be even more in tune with nature. And it's funny because you got water, earth, fire, air, because it has to go to the air. That's how I'm thinking about it. But it's like you're bringing all these elements, and I love how the card in the middle is power. It's like you're bringing in something of substance. That's why I made those food cards. I was like, I want to, I also have other ideas later on. Spirit, I just burp. Spirit don't even really want to talk into too much for the food that I got going on and what I want to do with that. But yeah. It's also blending that in, like my food and my readings, because I want to push on that even more. But just being able to start that is something that you may have been denying yourself, denying your soul, denying your spirit. And that's why you have to be grateful for your power. You have to recognize your power, call back your power. And when you call back, because people always like, call back your power, call back your spirit. I call back my power, and I thank you for the ability and the confidence for me to be able to use it and recognize it. Because sometimes when people call back the power and some shit starts happening, shifting in your lives, whether you get more revelations, whether you lose something, a job, a family, just something object or whatever, that is also a direct correlation to you calling back your power. When you're being grateful, you're calling out the things that you truly enjoy, whether you're feeling it in your heart or not. And you're just being grateful for my home. I'm grateful for my car. I'm grateful for my job. I'm grateful I'm able to pay rent. I'm grateful I got food. I'm grateful, I can dance. I'm grateful I can speak. Right? It allows you to recognize things that maybe don't make you so happy. Things that maybe are pushing you in the direction you want to go to, but also things that aren't pushing you in the direction that you do want to go to, right? It's like that moment when your nose is stopped up and you're thinking about all the moments where you're like, man, my nose is clear and free, huh? Especially I'm hearing if you deal with allergies, which feels like it's an attack on your system, but your allergies are trying to essentially help you by fighting off what is attacking you, which is crazy, almost like a fever, where your body is heating up to heal you. It's that same energy. Your body, your mind, everything is heating up. Everything is activating to put you exactly where you need and want to be. That you've been praying for. That tossing and turning at night. This is what it's coming to. Prepare yourself. And I love that it is so hilarious that it said prepare yourself, and it's energizing yoga zone. And that's in my bedtime playlist. I love it. Because again, it's this it's very unexpected what's coming into you and how it's coming in. Because you are not what is to be expected. You're being put in this place, in this position, to be more than what is thought of. And again, even with the Dr. Seuss story, people were betting like, no, and it could have been a friendly bet or non-friendly bet. But it's like, no matter who it is that may bet against you or be like, no, you can't. It's like, man, I going to prove them wrong because I know the power inside of me. I know what's going to happen. And I love Sweetie. I love her. I love me some Sweetie. Okay, I bump her music like nobody's fucking business. And she was, anytime people are in her comments like, you should just stick to mine. And she's like, I do that too. Or you can move around. Or she just don't do it. Like, she's not going to stop. And I love that because she literally makes rap affirmation music to me. Like, just continuously talking up herself, talking up like the word, like, I'm doing what I do. I'm doing rich shit. You know, it's me. It's I am the bitch. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to get. You know, it's that. And I fuck with that. And I feel like that's how it feels. It's like so many people, like, don't do it. But her fan base, myself included, are like, that bitch is it. Nah, fuck word. So many different brand deals from just that alone. Working with this, working with, I can't even name, she does so many. I remember she was in the Super Bowl once. I was like, what the fuck is going on? That's right, Mitch. I always stay working. And I feel like it's that energy of like, I was not expecting her, but I'm not mad that she's in that place. Like, it makes sense. And I feel like some people say like, it could have been, there's always going to be somebody who's going to say, it feel like it could have been this, it could have been that. But baby, this was not microwave. My blessings were not microwaved. This is not a TV dinner. I'm not manufactured, baby. I picked out this cabbage. I picked out these peppers. I picked out my Korean seasoning. I go ahead, I cut them up. I got my good oil. That ain't gonna do it hot. And I'm gonna make me some goddamn fried cabbage. I'm gonna add in a little bit of that, my vegan ham and stuff, and mix it in there. And it's gonna be delicious. And it's gonna be slow cooking for at least an hour. At least. And that's, you're picking out the ingredients of your life. Spirit is not going to let you sleep without feeling this. Spirit is not going to let you be awake without feeling this. And it's so funny because I'm looking at my other deck and it says awakening. Right on top, awakening. Because, like I said, you are coming into something where either by your own synergy, it's going to be such an unexpected blessing. And it's just your guys just saying our friendship, our relationship, our connection, what we have been building, working on. The times we laugh together. People always like to talk about crime with things. The times y'all laugh together, y'all kiki together. All of it, it has been building for you to also recognize, holy shit, I can communicate. I can communicate with God. I can communicate with the divine, and they hear me. They work with me. We talk to each other. Holy shit, like that in itself is a power. Where's my water at? That in itself is a power. You are speaking with means of different realms. While you're on a physical plane that is floating in a space that is black and void with no sound, and yet I hear and see and feel everything so crisp. And with this gratitude and nature spirits is I'm not only getting back to self, I'm getting back to the world, getting back to nature, getting back to communicating, hugging that tree, making sure I'm not stepping on ants as I'm walking. It's like I'm being a lot more intentional or recognizing I am quite mighty, but I'm not mighty alone either. At all. And message it's coming in. This is I'm like, this is it. I can't even speak. This is just the start of that message. You seeing this at this moment in time, whenever you're seeing it, is going to be the start of you getting so many messages, so many downloads, but also not with confusion of it being overloaded, with clarity. It's like, what's that one that we always used to? It's always loud, and it always comes on. It's like when you start a movie, it's like no, and it's like super fucking loud. And it's like this is the loudest thing that I'm going to hear throughout this entire movie, throughout the entire start of the movie. That shit is, I forgot what the fuck it's called. But when it does that little intro, and it's like, holy shit, turn that down. And it's like it's only at 2. You are so loud, so profound, so bold. You are light. You are that beacon. You are the unexpected hero in your own life, and an inspiration and a guide to others. And even think about the Lord of the Rings, where he had his friend with him the whole time, keeping him like, hey, you should probably take that ring off. I don't think that's good for you. You're gonna turn into Samigo, like, you know. And it's that recognition of that. When I'm feeling a little bit too down, Spirit is going to continuously bombard you. They're not going to let you sleep. No more walking around with eyes wide shut. You are feeling so centered right now, and it may not feel like it because it's a lot going on in there, right, in this void, this chaotic void. But chaos is where you allow yourself to clean out the clutter. And with today being April Fool's Day, I feel like it is also the start of you being like, I'm going to be a little bit of a fool. Having that, shame. I'm okay with asking stupid questions. I'm okay with being seen in a way where people may not be expecting it from me. I may be okay with continuously popping up in a field because I love to enjoy and do it. This is your time. You are communicating with spiritual divine beings that are not going to play with the blessings and miracles that you have allowed to be bestowed upon you. Because you are receiving, you are accepting, and you are working, and you are like, okay, yes. And it's just like the moment after the magician, he's like, I don't know if I really want to. And he really had no choice. He had to stay there. You have to stay there. And I feel like that's spirit with you right now. Like, we're not going to let you have any other choice but to reign in your power. Not to rein it in, but to reign. That's so English is so stupid. But to reign in your power. To truly be in there. And I'm so elated and excited for you guys and happy. I'm glad that spirit did not let me go to sleep, because sometimes I'm like, all right, I get to it in the morning, and they like it's a different channel in the morning. Not like that, but like, baby, get it while it's hot and fresh off the stove. Because your time, they're waking you up. Like Tanisha with the pants, I ain't getting no sleep because of y'all. You ain't gonna get no sleep because of me. It's giving that in. That's your guys. Like, we ain't gonna no sleep because of you. We was up moving on the back end, whether you felt like we was around you or not. We was still moving and operating forward with you. So we didn't get no sleep because of you. You know, whether you got an altar or not, whether you go to temple or mosque or church or not, whether you meditate or, you know, whatever. And it's like we work together. Y'all work together in a way that is perfect for y'all. There's no one way to do it and have a relationship, as long as you understand that that relationship is there. And they like, we ain't gonna sleep. So you're not gonna, these blessings are going to keep you up. These miracles, these manifestations are going to keep you up. That excitement for that new job, that new promotion, that excitement for just deposit some funds, that excitement for that brand reaching out to you, that excitement for that partner reaching out to you. I'm hearing, what did those guys say? I don't shop anymore because I get free clothes. I don't shop anymore because I get free clothes, right? It's almost giving that, and it's like, I don't have to do certain stuff anymore because people are not reaching out to me. Things that I thought would be a struggle, things would be hard, people are falling at my feet trying to help me figure it out or get it handled. That love, that passion, those excitements. I've always wanted to go on dates and now I'm doing it. It's like keep me up the next day. It's all of this energy, being accepted into that school, being accepted for that grant. It's like this is what's keeping you up, the excitement, the joy, the bliss, the amazement. I'm seeing truffle pigs, which is a very dangerous job and a very crazy job, and they're very skilled pigs, business skilled anyway. But I feel like that's what you are, a truffle that is being found. You are a rarity. You are a dangerous rarity, like not to be played with, like a hot stove. But it's the truth. Like that's who you are, and that it was what Spirit wants you to recognize. Somebody can be like, I don't know. All right. All right. And not only might exceed your expectations, but now kids is eating green eggs and ham in elementary school because of me. Because you thought I couldn't be successful off of children's books. And I am. I don't know if anybody else remembers that eating green eggs and ham in school. But it's like your legacy is passed down. It's transcended. It's powerful. It's not to be lightly taken or lightly, don't tread upon me. And that is you working with the nature spirits, your guides, having this developed friendship with each other that, like a good friend, they want to help you. They want to be there for you. They don't want to see you suffer. They don't want to see you going through pain. And if they're able to, they're going to do it. And now you're talking to rams and beings that are not even on this physical plane, are limited by it, and neither are you, because of your emanating light inside of yourself. And it's having this divine connection. You are the rose that's growing out of the concrete. You are this rarity. And things in rarity don't happen often. That's why they call it rare. Okay? Man, I feel like that'll be a final message. And I'm also seeing the All Deaf where Precious was talking about, they was talking about like the best barbecue meat or whatever I watched years ago. And she was like, somebody was like, you don't see ribs at every barbecue. No, brisket. She was arguing for brisket. She's like, you don't see briskets at barbecue. You know, they take long. She was like, you don't see Bentley commercials everywhere, do you? But when you see that bitch, it show up and it show out, don't it? Because shit that is real, no needs to be you know. So she just like, that's how it feels when you show up. Like, I don't need no commercials. I don't need that. But the red carpet will be laid out for you. Your light is glowing, even in dark spaces. It's like what was it, Sky High? And that dude, his power was glowing in the dark, and they became the unlikely heroes, which is hilarious. The sidekicks became the heroes. Again, this is your energy. This unexpected hero, this unexpected likely source. When he was going in there and they had to climb through the vents and it was so dark and he just glooped, he just stepped the dude on the shoulder like, let me up there. I can lead the way. And it's just like what people felt like was just a psychic thing. They wound up saving it. So many people were just like, she wound up turning into a gerbil, which people, you know, it would go, it's a hilariously good movie. It's a hilariously good kids movie. And it's just like, because when you count somebody up based off of the worth that they can give you at that moment in time, in that period, they're counting out somebody that they shouldn't. I'm not in that. I'm not in that realm of being confined. Which is hilarious because the last card that we have is, I remember the divine spark within my mind and spirits. I'm always connected. I remember the divine spark within my mind and spirit. I'm always connected. And like I said, you guys, the energy, the relationship that you guys have is so unmatched. 44444, as I said that, 4444. It's so unmatched. So I'm glad Spirit woke me up in for a recording and not just wake me, because sometimes it just wake me up and like go in that room and go do what you need to do. Or, journal or put in your entries and just have hella, it's like they just be waking me up for lots of downloads. And I feel like this is like your time. Like they just gonna be waking up like, go do this. Go set that up. It's your time, baby. It is your time. Whenever you're seeing this, it is your time. This April month is like, this is like where things start ramping up for you, where the blessings, the opportunities, the fun mistakes that lead to even more grander opportunities are happening. April is your month, or whenever this, the energy of April, right? This Aries, soon to be Taurus energy, right? Shit, yeah. And don't judge me, it's late at night. That's when I'm close. So this Aries Taurus energy of not only starting something, but that 222 of it being grounded and rooted. This is your month, this is your year, this is your moment, this is your time whenever you are feeling and seeing and connected with this. Because Spirit is not giving you an option. Like they didn't give him an option and he could not leave that ram, which was found through a fucking tree. I forgot to mention they have to go through a tree to get there. It is not to be taken lightly, and they will not let you take yourself lightly. You are not to be played with. You are not to be microwaved. Bet on it, bet on. This is your time, baby. This is your time. 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 And on that note, I'm probably not going to bed. I'm probably going to do some more readings. But it's just your time, baby. I love you. And until next time.